Hey, welcome back to my channel. It's Reverend Stephanie Denise. I'm so excited to talk to you today. I want to talk to you about having fun and having finances in 2025. Fun and finances in 2025. So I'm going to kind of break this up in segments. There's going to be 4 segments, and we'll just jump right in. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for being with me in this new year. Happy 2025. All right, so are you looking to increase your finances? Are you looking to increase your fun in this year? Are you looking to increase both in 2025, right? These are the questions that I'm asking because you know what? It's so exciting to have these blessings in front of us. And it's so exciting that we got through 2024, but now let's set up for 2025. Let's start with setting a strong foundation. Do you have a pen? Do you have paper? Right, we're going to take some notes. I would recommend that you get a journal in this new year so that you can keep copious notes and then be able to go back and look at them, okay? All right, let's get started. Setting the foundation, right? That's segment 1. Before we dive into the practical things, what can we do to improve our finances and have more fun in this season of life? Right? If you're like me, you're in the over 50 group, maybe you're in the over 40 group, maybe you're in the over 60 plus group. But wherever you are, finances and fun are very important in this time of life. Let me give you a scripture. Proverbs 31:25. She is clothed with strength and dignity. She can laugh at the days to come. Right? I love this verse because it reminds us that as women of faith, we are strong, we are capable, and we are empowered, right? But here's the kicker. It says that we can laugh. When is the last time that you had a gut-wrenching belly laugh, right? We can laugh at the days to come, meaning that we do not have to be afraid of what's ahead. We do not have to dread, right? We do not have to have that foreboding thought of doom, right? And impending doom, right? Not at all. We can laugh. We can have joy, right? It says we can laugh at days to come. No longer. Fear cannot be something that keeps you trapped in this season, right? We got to walk forward, right? So now this is a time that we have to think about our mindset, right? What type of mindset are we going to have as we walk into 2025? What kind of mindset? This is a big question. Many of us have carried burdens for far too long, right? You have to cast those cares on the Lord, right? You have to lay those burdens aside, right? So no longer can we carry those burdens. Many of us have worked hard for a really, really long time. And maybe even we felt like in some ways we had to shrink back when it comes to taking risks or even dreaming big, right? Because we had priorities, we had responsibilities, so sometimes that does cause us to shrink back because we put the kids first, we put our spouse first, we put others' needs in front of our needs. But you know what? Guess what? It's time for you. It is time for you. So as we think about that, let's think about how we're approaching our mindset in this new year. Are we ready to risk? Are we ready to dream big? Are we ready to hope? Right? Are we ready to move forward? Right? I hope so. I got your back. God's got your back. So now is the time. All right, let's move into segment 2. Let's talk a little bit about finances. Now, finances is the good stuff, right? Finances is good. I know that money talk can be a little uncomfortable at sometimes, right? But I love to talk about money, right? Not that I love money, but I know that money is a tool and that tool is needed. So the truth is managing your finances in this new season is going to be a part of the work, right? A good steward manages his or her finances well, right? So God has blessed us with resources. Now it's up to us how we manage those resources. Matthew 24:14 through 30, it's the parable of the talents. And I'm not going to read all of that scripture for you, but when you get a chance, go read Matthew 25:14 through 30. This is why. This is where he gives different amounts, right? He's telling the parable of the talents, and he's giving different amounts of money to three servants, and he asked those servants to manage it wisely. So two of the servants invest and they actually grow their resources. Do you have investments in this season? And then the third one buries his talent out of fear. We can no longer let fear grip us in this season, right? He buries his talent out of fear. Jesus praises the first two and condemns the third one for being fearful and lazy. So that's our kind of our marching orders right there. This is not the season to be fearful nor lazy, not at all. This is the time to do the work that God is calling you to do, right? So this parable is basically teaching us that God expects us to be responsible with what we have and to grow it, right? So if you're in a place and you've been thinking, Rev Stephanie, I don't even know where to start with my finances. I want to encourage you. That's okay. I want to encourage you that it is never too late to start. And here are a couple of steps that you can take to start improving your financial life in 2025. Number one, I always have a list. Start with a budget. I know you don't like the B word. Start with a budget, right? You can do it on a computer. You can make it nice and beautiful. You could do it in a notebook, right? You know, mine is always on paper, right? Start with a budget. That's where you can start. Now, ladies, you know that I am a firm believer in budgeting. It's not restrictive. It's not. It's liberating, right? We want to be set free. We want to have fun and finances in 2025. All right. So I encourage you to sit down with a simple spreadsheet or even just a pen and a paper, whatever is comfortable for you, right? Take inventory of your monthly income and your expenses. When you see where your money is going, you can better decide where to cut back, where to invest for your future. All right. This is very, very important. All right. This winter, I didn't have to buy not one hoodie. Today I have on my highlighter yellow sweatsuit, right? But last winter, I noticed that I didn't have as much, extra spending money, right? And then I was wondering why, what was going on? Now, this year, we've had some really cold days and some wet days. And I noticed that I have these Nike hoodies in almost every color. Now, the year before, I didn't have those. But last year, I did. Last year was a hard year for us, right? Last year, my mom was diagnosed with leukemia. Last year, my father had passed away. So one of my coping mechanisms was warm, cozy clothes, right? I just wanted to be kind of warm and cozy, and hoodies did that for me in that season, right? So I have a whole bunch of them. Didn't have to buy not one this year, right? But that's money that could have been going for something more important. I could have got a blanket and wrapped up in. You understand what I'm saying? So sometimes whatever's going on in our life will cause us to fall out of our budgeting patterns, right? I said all that to make that point. All right. So you want to know where your money is going. Number two, you want to save for fun and faith. Save for fun and faith. Yes, you heard me right. Save for fun. Too often we get so caught up in our bills and our responsibilities that we forget to set aside money for joy, right? My kids and I shouldn't say kids, they are adults. We go to Disneyland every summer. So I already know I need to start saving for that, right? Now, I pay for the hotel and I generally pay for if we drive, well, I pay for that. If we fly, I pay for the airfare and the hotel, right? They got to get the rest. All their spending, whatever food they're going to buy, all of that kind of stuff, they have to save for. Whatever things that they want to buy special, they have to save for, right? So I know that this is something we do. So I save for fun so that when it gets here, I'm not like, uh-oh, right? Because this is just something that we do. Now, this tradition may change, right? Because they're 20, they're getting older. We'll see. All right. So we often get caught with these bills and we haven't saved for fun, right? If you don't have a vacation fund or a girls' night out fund or a hobby fund, let's make this priority in 2025. Get your fund set up, right? You deserve to enjoy life. You work hard. You've worked hard for a very long time. So now, guess what? You deserve to enjoy life. So let's get it. Number 3, invest in yourself. Invest in who? Invest in yourself. Invest in you. This is so important. Investing in you isn't just about stocks or real estate. It's about investing in your personal growth, right? And you know what? A lot of times the income that we make is very congruent to how much we've grown as a person, right? So as you grow inside, things start to grow on the outside, okay? So it's really important to get some type of a class that you're taking that helps you with personal growth. Hiring a coach is very beneficial, right? Buying a book like my book that I wrote, 21 Days of Faith, Finding Your Purpose, right? It's a guide. It guides you in the journey of personal development. That can work as well. So you have to find ways in which you can personally grow. And if you need help with that, that's okay too. Personal growth can even mean having a therapist, right? So you think about it. Now, let's kind of transition a bit, right? Let's think about increasing the fun factor in 2025. How can we increase that fun factor? Life is too short. Life is too short to just focus on work and responsibilities. Work and responsibilities, right? We need to know that it's time to make room for laughter. It's time to make room for joy. It's time to make room for meaningful experiences, right? This is so important. I've been saying this for a long time, but now is the perfect time to say it again because we're just coming into a new year, right? The Bible tells us in Ecclesiastes 3, verse 13, that each of them may eat and drink and find satisfaction in all their toil. This is the gift of God. That's right. Having fun is a gift from God. Wow. Have you ever thought about it that way? So here are a few fun ideas. I want you to think about trying some of these this year if you haven't already. Some people are expert travelers, right? And that's what they do. But if you haven't been traveling, let's think about it. Let's think about some fun in 2025. You could always take a staycation, right? You don't have to travel to get away from it all. You can just plan a cool weekend where you take a break from your busy routine, right? Maybe you go visit a local park. Maybe I happen to be blessed. I live near Napa, so many times I like to just drive up to wine country, right? I love to drive up to Yountville. I love to go to Bouchon Bakery, one of my very favorite bakeries in the world, or just go have dinner at Ad Hoc, which is a very, very good restaurant in Yountville, right? Whatever the case may be. A staycation could work for you. Checking out a local museum, having a book night, even going to a cozy Airbnb that's near you, right? That always works. So the idea is to create new memories without the stress of long travel, right? Because anybody who travels abroad, you know all that you have to do as far as preparation to even go on that trip. Okay. Maybe you want to host a women's circle. This is something that I thought about for 2025, where you gather a group of your closest friends together and make it a regular tradition, right? So you can share your hopes, you can share your dreams, you can pray together, you can have prayer requests, you can just enjoy each other's company, right? You can even turn it into like a book club. Um, the sky is the limit with that. You just have to be open to the actual idea, right? And that's fun. It's interesting. It's refreshing. It will also strengthen your bonds in ways that you didn't even expect. As a matter of fact, I think I have an upcoming group meeting with women on the 11th. I want to say the 11th, where we're going to do vision boards, right? So this is an awesome thing to be able to come together. All right. So the next one you can do is take a class. Take a class. Take a class and start a new hobby, right? Maybe you always wanted to learn how to paint, and I've said this before, but it's always good to be reminded. Or maybe you want to cook a new type of cuisine, right? 2025 is the perfect time to invest in a new skill, to invest in an activity that brings you joy, to not only do something new, but also have fun while you're doing it. And you might also meet some new people, right? And build some new friendships or relationships. And this is really important. All right, so we're going to transition to wrapping this up. But I want to thank you, my dear sisters. I want to thank you. I want to thank you for being a part of this journey with me. You know, I've only been here for about 6 months, and I'm so excited to be here with you. Definitely thank you for those of you who have already subscribed. If you haven't subscribed yet, come along with us on this. Excuse me, come along with us on this journey. There goes that pesky cough again. Um, you know, it's really important that you take inspired steps in this season, right? Take practical steps. Take practical steps towards increasing your finances. Take practical steps in increasing your fun. And most importantly, take practical steps in increasing your faith in 2025. Again, if you're ready to go deeper into purpose or finances, don't forget, I do have a book. Let's talk about finances for women, right? That's on Amazon. You'll find it linked below. And of course, I have 21 Days of Faith, Finding Your Purpose. That's linked below as well. Check out my coaching programs, right? You can go to my website. I do have a 7-week coaching program. I believe it's $397 for the 7 weeks, and those classes are offered on Saturdays. I'd love for you to be a part of that as well. So let me know what you're interested. I'm here. I'm here to come alongside of you on this journey. I'm here to come alongside of you as you work to walk in faith, to fulfill your goals, to have fun, right? And to build your finances in 2025. Remember, no matter where you are in the journey, God is with you. God is with you every step of the way. I can't wait to hear about all the amazing things that are happening for you, all the amazing things that you're going to do. Please share so that we can build this community together, right? Please share so we can build it together. And if you're interested, if you like the content, then please like. If you know someone who can be inspired by this content, please share and also subscribe so you won't miss future content. Again, until next time, continue to be blessed, continue to walk in faith, purpose, and abundance will follow. Blessings to you. Talk to you soon.